How to secure your server, firewall, SSH updates. Securing your server is a fundamental responsibility when managing any system that connects to the internet. Whether you're running a website, an application, or storing sensitive data, taking the right steps to secure your server protects it from unauthorized access, data breaches, and other malicious attacks. 3 of the most important areas to focus on are firewall configuration, SSH, secure shell, security, and keeping your system up to date. 1. Firewall configuration. A firewall acts as a protective barrier between your server and the outside world. It controls which types of traffic are allowed to reach your server and which are blocked. By default, most firewalls are set to allow all incoming and outgoing connections, which is not safe. To secure your server, you should configure your firewall to allow only the essential services you need, such as web traffic or email. For example, if your server is hosting a website, only web traffic, typically through ports 80 and 443, should be allowed. Any other services, like file sharing or remote access, should be restricted to trusted sources. Firewalls can also block suspicious or repetitive connection attempts, reducing the risk of brute force attacks. 2. Securing SSH access. SSH is the primary method for remotely accessing and managing a server. Because of its importance and widespread use, it is also a frequent target for hackers. To enhance SSH security, several key steps should be taken. First, disable direct login using the root account, which is full access to the system. Instead, create a separate user account with limited permissions and use elevated access only when necessary. Second, limit SSH access to specific users or IP addresses, which reduces the chances of unauthorized login attempts. Another important step is to use SSH keys instead of passwords. Keys are much harder to crack than traditional login credentials and provide an added layer of protection. You can also increase security by changing the default SSH port, which is commonly known and targeted by bots. Using a less common port can help reduce unwanted connection attempts. Finally, consider installing tools that monitor login attempts and temporarily block users who fail to authenticate multiple times in a short period. 3. Regular system updates. One of the most overlooked aspects of server security is keeping the system and its software up to date. Operating systems and applications regularly release security patches to fix vulnerabilities. If these updates are not applied, your server could be exposed to known threats. Set up a routine to check for and install updates regularly. Some systems allow automatic updates, which can simplify the process. In addition to the operating system, make sure to update any installed software, including web servers, databases, and content management systems.